y'all, happy Worship Wednesday. If you've been following me on Instagram for a while, I've been doing these Worship Wednesday series for the last few years, and it's been put on my heart to put them on YouTube now because I want to go deeper, I want to go slower, and I want to be more intentional with everything that I do. I've made the mistake in the past where I think productivity is being a busybody and going bing, bing, bing all around. But I'm realizing that when you slow things down, become more intentional, you can have a greater impact on things, on people, on life. I want to start off by asking you this one question. What if your purpose is something that you don't have to chase? What if it's something that you simply have to discover? Today, we are going to be talking about being gifted on purpose. The world has a funny way of labeling people. If you're different, you're weird. If you're passionate about Jesus, you're weird. If you don't follow the crowd, you're weird. But who decided what weird is? Hollywood, social media, your friends, your family, or God? The truth is, God never called us to fit in. He called us to be set apart. So maybe being different isn't something that we need to hide. Maybe it's exactly who God created us to be. In 1 Corinthians 12, verses 4-7, it says, Paul says there are different kinds of gifts, but the same Spirit. Different kinds of service, but the same Lord. And then he says something powerful. To each one is given the manifestation of the Spirit for the common good. God has uniquely designed each and every one of us, where I think we get so caught up in comparing ourselves to other people where we're saying, oh, I wish I had their gifts. If I had their gifts or if I had their personality, then I could do what God called me to be. No, God created these gifts uniquely for you because He knows that you are good at them. And you might not have even tapped into what you are good at, but that's why we're going to dive really deep into this and figure out your purpose and figure out your calling and figure out the unique gifts that God has given you. Every person has been gifted by God. It's not just pastors or priests or worship leaders. If you are a human, you have gifts. I think the amazing part about this is that they are called gifts for a reason because we don't have to earn them. Nothing that we could do on earth could earn those gifts, could earn God's love. You don't earn them by performing well. You don't earn them by being perfect. You don't earn them by not sinning because that is impossible to do. He has freely given that to us by His grace alone. Our job is to recognize what He's already placed inside of us and to grow that. And to figure out what these gifts are, the more time that we spend with Him in prayer, in quiet time, in worship, the more we are going to hear His voice and recognize the gifts that He has entrusted us with. So now you're probably thinking, okay, how the heck do I begin discovering my gifts? I want you to ask yourself these 3 questions. Number 1, what breaks your heart and what brings you joy? Now this is going to look differently for everybody. For instance, what breaks my heart is when I see people turn to alcohol and drugs. When I see teenage girls and boys, especially the girl side, succumb to peer pressure and get influenced by sex, drugs, and alcohol. That breaks my heart. But what breaks my heart is not going to be the same for you, so really dive deep into that. And then what brings you joy? For example, for me, I love helping other people. I love putting a smile on someone's face. I love being a leader and I love standing out from the norm. That is what God has placed on my heart. Number 2, what are you naturally good at? That ties into the 3rd question, which is what do other people see in you? Sometimes you can't see certain gifts that you have, so it's really helpful to go out and ask people what they see in you. And it's interesting because sometimes you might not even know that you have a gift, but to another person, it's so obvious. I think one of the biggest mistakes that we make as humans is comparing our gifts to somebody else's. Maybe your gift is teaching. Maybe your gift is encouraging. Maybe it's having a childlike faith. Maybe it's having hospitality or being a leader. Every gift matters because every gift points people to God. I think it's so important that every time someone encounters us, they experience the love of God. We're humans, we're not perfect, we're gonna mess up, but if we can always have that love inside of us, and the only way to have that love inside of us is to deepen that relationship with God. When you have that deep relationship with God that you work on every single day, you talk to Him every single day, you will be so fulfilled and have this eternal happiness that it just rubs off on other people. People will see that love and they will see that true joy from you. Stop comparing yourself to everyone and stop asking God for what He's already given you. You gotta dig deep into yourself. Instead, discover it, develop it, and use it because someone is waiting on the other side to receive the gifts that God has given you. So if following Jesus looks weird to the world, then be weird. Go own it. Be unique because what the world calls weird is what God calls set apart. You are made with a purpose. You are gifted on purpose. So now let's go live like it. Boy, oh boy, am I fired up right now. Happy Worship Wednesday.